Most people grow up hearing the same thing. Debt is bad. Stay away from loans. Never owe anybody money. But here's the strange part. The richest people in the world use debt every single day. Business owners use debt. Real estate investors use debt. Companies use debt. Even billionaires use debt. So if debt is so bad, why do rich people keep using it? Because rich people understand something most people do not. Debt is not automatically good or bad. It depends on what you use it for. Poor people usually borrow money to buy things that lose value. Phones, shoes, designer clothes, vacations, cars they cannot afford. Rich people borrow money to buy things that make them even more money. Rental properties, businesses, equipment, investments, assets. That is the difference. The poor use debt to look rich. The rich use debt to become rich. And in this video, I am going to show you exactly how that works. Let us start with bad debt. Bad debt is when you borrow money to buy something that loses value. For example, imagine somebody buys the newest phone using borrowed money. The moment they open the box, the phone is already worth less, but the monthly payments stay the same. Now imagine somebody borrows money for designer clothes. A few months later, the clothes are old. The excitement is gone, but the debt is still there. Some people even borrow money for vacations. They spend 1 week having fun, then they spend the next 6 months trying to pay it back. That is why bad debt is dangerous. You are paying for something long after the value has disappeared. The same thing happens with cars. A lot of people finance cars they cannot really afford. They want to impress people, they want to feel successful, but every month the car payment takes money away from them. The car loses value, insurance costs money, fuel costs money, maintenance costs money, and before they know it, they're trapped. This is why many people stay broke. They borrow money to buy liabilities. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket every month. The sad part is that many people think they look rich, but they are actually becoming poorer every month. The biggest difference between rich people and poor people is not just money, it is mindset. Poor people ask, what can I buy with this money? Rich people ask, how can this money make me more money? That one question changes everything. One person buys a phone. The other person buys a camera for their business. One person buys designer clothes. The other person buys an online course. One person buys a luxury car. The other person buys a rental property. One person buys something that loses value. The other person buys something that grows in value. That is why rich people get richer. They buy assets. Assets make money. Assets grow. Assets create cash flow. Poor people often buy liabilities. Liabilities take money away every month, and over time, that difference becomes huge. The rich person becomes more free. The poor person becomes more stressed. That is why the way you think about money matters so much. Now, let me be clear. Debt is dangerous if you do not know what you are doing. Bad investments can fail. Businesses can fail. Properties can fail. Borrowing money without a plan is risky. You should never borrow money just because you see rich people doing it. You should only use debt when you understand exactly how the money will come back. Because if the money does not come back, the debt can destroy you. That is why discipline matters, planning matters, patience matters. The goal is not to borrow money for everything. The goal is to use debt intelligently. Debt is not the enemy. Bad decisions are the enemy. The rich are not rich because they avoid debt. They are rich because they know how to use debt better than everyone else. So the next time you think about borrowing money, ask yourself one question. Will this make me richer or poorer? Because that one question can change your entire future. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think debt is good or bad? Leave your answer in the comments below and subscribe for more videos on money, business, and wealth.